Her diving in that water really gave Ariel. I believe DDG is seeing Halo today, so instead of being sad inside of her hotel or wherever she's at, she decided to go out with her boo, and I know that's right.
Spotted living her best life with a mystery boo?
Man, DDG's mom is losing it over Halle Bailey's new dude. And when I say losing it, I mean full-blown internet meltdown. She's online throwing all kinds of shade, sneak dissing left and right, and now the streets are buzzing with wild talk that she's asking for a paternity test for baby Halo. Yeah, she's really out here implying that DDG might not even be the father. And get this, DDG's whole fam is allegedly convinced that Holly's new man has been in the picture way longer than anybody realized. Like, they really believe this man could actually be Halo's real dad. And let's be honest, DDG's mom has never been the type to stay quiet. She jumps into the drama head first every time. But this is a whole new level. She's pretty much saying Halle was creeping around behind DDG's back the whole time. Things are getting ugly out here, bro. It's messy, it's loud, and it's starting to look real disrespectful. Now here's the part that really got everybody talking. Those vacation pics of Halle and her new man just dropped online, and they blew the whole internet up with everything going on between her and DDG, especially with that nasty custody battle over baby Halo. Most people assumed Halle was laying low, staying quiet, just focusing on her kid and keeping her peace. But nah, those photos flipped the whole script. It was crystal clear from those pics that she's locked in with this new dude. And it don't look like some casual rebound either. This looks like something that's been going on for a while. The wildest part, nobody saw it coming. Nobody had a clue until those pictures leaked. At first, people couldn't even figure out who the guy was. But come on, it's the internet. You already know folks went into detective mode and put the pieces together quick. His name, Scott Bridgeway. He's a music producer, and not just any producer. He's worked with some major names, including Kendrick Lamar. That alone had people raising eyebrows. But wait, it gets deeper. I did some digging, and man, once those receipts started surfacing, the whole situation started making sense real quick. Turns out Halle and Scott been locked in way longer than we thought. This ain't no brand new fling. It's been brewing behind the scenes for a minute.
Okay, I have several thoughts. Number one, we all know that her and her baby daddy DDG is currently going through the whole court situation. The judge made a decision to give him a long list of terms to agree by for their custody situation, including that he cannot post Halo on social media. And we all saw him on his stream, pretty upset about it. These photos were taken in Europe, where we know that she's over there working, filming a movie. So I initially thought that it was a part of the movie. Maybe the guy's the actor. I don't know. But I do know that this was not just random paparazzi in the sky, especially for the Shade Room to exclusively be able to report this. Go ahead, girl. Live your best life.
See, Scott's not just some random dude. He helped produce Kendrick Lamar's GNX album and even hit the road with him on tour. Now here's where it gets real suspicious. Back in May, Halle popped up at Kendrick's GNX concert in North Carolina. And yeah, people assume she was just there as a fan, but that ain't the word on the street. Folks are saying she wasn't there for the vibes. She was front row cheering her man on. So now everybody's asking the real question, how is DDG really feeling about all this? I mean, after everything he and Halle been through, the internet mess, the rocky breakup, the custody issues with baby Halo, you'd think he'd be keeping it cool, trying to move on and mind his business. But nah, DDG's not built like that, not right now at least. Publicly, he's trying to play it chill, flashing smiles, dropping carefree IG posts, acting like life is great, but behind the scenes, he's tight, the mask is slipping, and you can tell this man is pressed about it. Let me break it down for you. Remember when DDG randomly threatened to end Lil Rodney's rap career out of nowhere? Everybody thought that came out the blue, but nah, apparently Rodney had been talking a little too much about Halle and her new man, and once DDG heard the whispers, he snapped. Word is, he took it real personal, but it doesn't stop there. DDG been out here blocking fans left and right, like straight up blocking random people just for mentioning Halle, not even tagging him, just saying stuff like Halle Bailey really out here living her best life with her new man. That's it. Boom, blocked. Bro is moving mad sensitive, and then it gets even messier. So, cause DDG ain't the only one spiraling over this new romance. His mom, Tanya, whew, she's crashing out even worse. And let's keep it real, Tanya and Halle never had the best relationship to begin with. They were always low-key bumping heads, throwing silent jabs. Now, Tanya's behavior is on 10. From what folks are saying, she's been shading Halle nonstop and even dropping subliminals online like she's trying to rally people against her. This ain't just a little mother-in-law beef anymore. This is full-blown internet war. This whole new relationship got Tanya real heated. Word is she's feeling disrespected that Halle moved on so soon, especially since the breakup with DDG hasn't even hit a year yet. But here's where it gets crazy. Insiders say Tanya believes Halle ain't even really into Scott like that. She's convinced it's all a PR move, a straight-up revenge setup just to get under DDG's skin. Like Halle's out here playing media games instead of focusing on baby Halo. But let's not act like Tanya been quiet about any of this. She's been tossing slick shots at Halle for months. Passive-aggressive posts, shady comments, all of it. And now, it's looking like she's ready to turn it up another notch. Now here's where the drama hits a whole new level. Word on the street is that Tanya's been in DDG's ear heavy, pressuring him to get a DNA test for baby Halo. Yeah, she's allegedly out here questioning whether Halo is even his. Tanya been pushing this theory that Halle was creeping behind DDG's back before the split, saying Scott might have been in the picture for longer than anybody knew. But hold up, ain't nobody forgot that while Tanya's accusing Halle of stepping out, DDG was allegedly out here doing the most. He was getting caught up left and right. Rumors of him linking up with Lala and a few others were everywhere.
I don't know if I could be post that. Hey, nigga. See, now, alright, hey, he gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going, y'all. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even gonna follow through with what I was gonna do. But now, I'm finna put it together right now.
I knew you weren't gonna do it. This way?
So now, the hypocrisy is getting real hard to ignore. Tanya trying to paint this picture like Halle's some type of villain, but folks online ain't letting that slide. Social media came with receipts. Quick, fast, and ruthless. They pulled the whole timeline apart and dragged Tanya from top to bottom. Let's keep it all the way real. Ever since Halle walked away, DDG been on demon time. Dude been booed up with India Love for months now. And their relationship, straight chaos, breakups, makeups, public drama, all of it. Fans are calling out the double standards loud and clear. So when Tanya starts going off about Halle kissing Scott on a yacht, trying to act all outraged, fans wasted no time reminding her that DDG and India been doing way more than that, and doing it on camera. Like, be for real. India stay posted up on DDG like it's a full-time job, grinding on him in the club, straddling him on IG stories, tongue all out, and nobody from DDG's side had a problem with that. But now Halle gets seen smiling with her man and suddenly folks want to scream foul play. Yeah, the internet wasn't buying it, and Tanya's whole storyline falling apart fast. And here's the crazy part. Tanya stayed real quiet when DDG was out here wilding with India. Not one word. But when it comes to Halle, suddenly she's flipping out, throwing around accusations of paternity fraud like it's nothing. But if you step back and look at the history between these two, it's honestly not surprising. Tanya and Halle have never liked each other. That's been obvious from jump. The beef runs deep and it's been bubbling for a while now. Things got way worse when Halle filed that restraining order a few months ago. That's when everything really exploded. In those court docs, Halle straight up said that Tanya was enabling DDG's behavior. And let's just say, Tanya did not appreciate being called out in public like that. One of the biggest bombshells, Halle claimed that DDG put his hands on her during an argument and even chipped her tooth. She said, "When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged the family who were there to help me figure out a schedule with him. And you know what they allegedly said? Just leave Halo and go. That's cold. And ever since that came out in court, Tanya's been acting funny. She's moving fast and kind of shady, like she's been sitting on that grudge and waiting for a moment to clap back. So now that Halle's got a new man, Tanya is using this situation to stir the pot and try to flip the narrative. Some folks online think this whole get a DNA test situation ain't even about the baby. It's just Tanya being petty and looking for payback. Like she's trying to hurt Halle the same way she feels Halle hurt her son's image. And remember that sneaky little post Tanya dropped online, like we weren't gonna catch it? She said, "I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, lies, and hatred towards mine, but these accusations made me realize I've been quiet too long." Yeah, that post backfired real quick. Tanya's out here accusing Halle of playing games when the reality is she's been enabling her son the whole time, and fans are seeing right through it. But here's the real kicker, bro. After all that drama and the back and forth, Tanya still came through swinging. She filed a sworn declaration, and man, she used that moment to throw Halle under the bus. Straight up blame her for everything going wrong, like Halle was the one wrecking the whole family dynamic. She tried to paint the narrative like Halle was the problem from day one. And while we won't get into all the details, the stuff she claimed was wild. Tanya said Halle was stalking DDG, even accusing her of planting AirTags on his car to track his moves. Then she took it even further, painting Halle as unstable and hinted that she had tried to take herself out at one point. That right there had the internet on fire. People were shocked at how far Tanya was willing to go. Like, why now? Why dig that deep and bring up stuff so personal, especially after everything that's already been exposed? But what's really got folks side-eyeing this whole situation is the timing. It's shady, no way around it. Tanya just went from acting like grandma of the year, literally filing paperwork, trying to get court-approved time with baby Halo, to now pushing this wild story like maybe Halo ain't even DDG's son in the first place. Make it make sense. She was just in court begging to be the one supervising DDG's visits, fighting for her spot in that child's life. Then 1 week later, she's out here planting seeds of doubt and throwing slick shade online. Fans caught that contradiction real fast, like, if you really believe there's a chance that baby ain't part of your bloodline, then why were you so pressed to get legal time with him? You can't flip it like that. Either you're standing on that's my grandson or you're not. Simple. But here's what people are starting to say now. Tanya ain't doing all this out of concern. She's doing it out of spite. She's mad because Halle blocked her move in court. Let's rewind. Y'all remember how DDG's lawyer, Barry Backman, tried to get the judge to approve Tanya as the one to supervise DDG's visits with Halo? That was supposed to be the easy option. Tanya in the room means DDG wouldn't have to deal with a stranger and could still do whatever he wanted with family backing him up. But Halle's lawyer, Jeremy Lane, wasn't going for it. He told the judge straight up Tanya couldn't be trusted to keep it fair. And honestly, who could blame Halle? She's been saying since day one that Tanya enables DDG's messy behavior, making excuses, ignoring the drama, and letting him slide with reckless moves. That's why Halle pushed for sole custody. And guess what? The judge agreed. DDG can still see Halo, but only under supervision by a neutral third party, not Tanya. So yeah, Tanya got benched. The court took her out the picture, and now she's clearly bitter about it. That's probably why she's been spiraling online ever since. Throwing shade, clapping back, and pushing wild stories just to stay in control of the narrative. But at this point, it's looking desperate. At first, Tanya really tried to fight back against that court ruling, swore up and down she was the perfect, loving grandma, claiming she just wanted to spend time with her grandson, tried to play that sweet caretaker role like she wasn't deep in all the chaos. But come on, the receipts said otherwise, and nobody was buying that act. Let's not forget, Tanya's name has been all up in this mess from the start. Every major blow-up between DDG and Halle, her name was either floating in the background or right in the center of it. So now that she's out here pushing paternity test demands, fans are calling it what it is. Not concern for Halo, but straight up revenge. People are starting to ask the real question, how far is Tanya willing to go to prove a point? Because the way she's moving lately is giving bitter, is giving damage control, but most of all, it's giving, I can't handle Halle moving on without us. Let's break it down real quick. Tanya demanding a paternity test right after Halle popped out smiling with her new man. That ain't random. That's a calculated move. It's not about DNA. It's about trying to flip the narrative and drag Halle back into a storm. Classic deflection. And the wildest part, this is the same woman who was just begging the court for more access to Halo, talking about how Halle was keeping the baby away from DDG. But now suddenly she's out here acting like there's a chance Halo ain't even family. Like, Which one is it? You can't cry about wanting time with your grandson one week, then question if he's your blood the next. It don't add up. Let's keep it a buck. From what we're seeing, this is just the beginning. If Tanya's losing it this bad just because Halle stepped out with a new man, imagine how wild it's going to get when the next wave of drama hits. DDG and Halle's legal battles are still playing out. That custody fight ain't over. And Tanya, she's showing no signs of backing down anytime soon. And you already know how Halle rolls. She's been quiet, real quiet. But don't get it twisted. Quiet never means weak. So don't be surprised if she claps back soon with screenshots, timestamps, and hard proof. And when she does, best believe it's gonna shake the internet again. So if you thought this story was over, nah, we're just getting started. Keep your eyes locked in because the next round of receipts might just break the timeline. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one.